Let's speak to the Conservative MP for Burnley. I saw him speak about Russia in the House of Commons last week. Antony Higginbotham joins us this morning. Antony, good morning. Now, I know you have a banking background and you talked about the blocking Russia from the SWIFT payment system. For people who don't know, what is that system?
Yeah, morning, Graham. So the SWIFT payment system, which is the one that we finally got global allies to agree to suspend Russia from over the weekend. That's basically the system that communicates between about 11,000 banks and other financial institutions around the world. And suspending Russia from that will have a devastating impact on its economy. I mean, we've seen that this morning. You referenced the collapse in the ruble by about 30%. I think it's up to about 40% now. And that's because all of those banks and financial institutions that Russia relies on for everything from getting cash for its oil and gas to everyday payments, they just can't access the international financial markets that they've been used to accessing. So actually, I mean, this was kind of up there with the top sanctions that could ever have been imposed. And I don't think Putin actually expected the unity of the West to result in this. I don't think he baked that in. I think he baked in some sanctions, but I don't think he thought we would go this far.
Yeah, Russia has more than doubled its key interest rate. The ruble slumped, as you say, to 40%. Bank of Russia said it's raised the rate to 20% from 9.5% to help cushion the impact of prices of the ruble's slide. But all this makes we're told, a very unstable leader angry, and he brandishes the word nuclear yesterday, which scares a lot of people.
Yeah, he is definitely now going for an escalatory strategy. There is a Russian doctrine, escalate to de-escalate, and I think that's what we're seeing from him now. Putting the nuclear forces on the table is designed to see the Ukrainian forces then step back, cower back. And actually, I don't think anyone would say the Ukrainians are doing anything wrong. They are defending their homeland.
The government's faced some criticism and they've been facing calls to waive visa rules for Ukrainians seeking sanctuary in the UK. Should that happen?
Yeah, so I think we've already gone quite far. And there was an announcement today over the weekend about relaxing it further. So we've already relaxed the rules on family migration. There was an issue over the weekend where we were asking people, if you were a family member of a UK national, then you needed to go to the visa centre in Lviv. Now, that was because we had to close the visa centre in Kyiv for obvious reasons. But there are already migration routes there. So whether you need refuge in the UK or you want to go elsewhere. But the thing I'd remind people is there are no flights between Ukraine and the UK. So what we're asking people to do is, if you need to seek haven in the UK, go to one of the neighbouring countries like Poland, Latvia, Lithuania. All of those countries have had their visa teams bolstered so that they can prepare for a wave of refugees. That's also why the Defence Secretary deployed extra military resources to those countries. There was 350 Royal Marines went to Poland exactly to help with the refugee crisis should it unfold. We're not currently seeing it. There's not been a mass exodus of people from Ukraine at the minute, I think because lots of them are staying and want to stay and defend their homeland. But you're right, there needs to be proper, safe, clear routes for people who want to come to the UK or other places. But ultimately, what we want to see is Ukraine get back on its feet, and we want all those well-educated Ukrainians to be able to go back to their home to rebuild their country. That's what we all want to see. So this is very much a temporary solution whilst we help them. And you've seen the economic package we're putting in. NATO's offering military assistance. We're doing all of that so they've still got a home that they can rebuild and go to.
Antony, thank you. Antony Higginbotham, the MP for Burnley.